I think it's a good idea to document your life so that you can also come back when you need help. And most of the time, it's like if when you come back to your own things which you did right, I think that plays a major role and it gives you also motivation to do that. So I think, yeah, that's the main purpose of me to start a YouTube channel. Hi guys, so this is my first YouTube video because you would also have done so many right things in your life. You would have also taken so many right decisions in your life. It just goes for a toss. It's just like life happens and then you don't remember what good things you did. Later, after a few years, when you really feel like, oh, actually the younger version of me was like so brave, so intelligent, and but man, the things I have been through and how I have navigated my life even now when I think. But just because I don't have any implementation of those years, so those years are just lost in the timeline. And sometimes here and there, I just get flashbacks of like small incidences that, oh, that was one situation where I did this was that situation where I did that, and everything eventually was like, everything eventually comes. Yes, I know that YouTube is slightly cluttered right now, and most of the people say that there is not enough market or not enough space for new influencers, but I think that's okay because every once in a while people need new faces, so that's okay for me. By the way, this is the new Dior foundation which I took, and it pretty much looks like skin light, not gonna lie. I gifted it to myself on one of my achievements. So yeah, I love makeup and I love splurging on makeup as well. I think that's the only addiction which I have, and that is makeup. So let me tell you about myself. I was a biotech student in my college. Okay, actually let me start from the school life. So in school, I had PCB and computers. So मैंने bio लिया हुआ था school में. Then bio plus computers. Then उसके बाद I wanted to become a doctor, but मेरे बहुत ही ज़्यादा गंदे मार्क्स आए थे नीट में, like बहुत ही ज़्यादा गंदे मार्क्स. So obviously could not become. But now when I look back, I think it's good that I did not. उस टाइम पे UPTU होता था तो वो भी हम दे सकते थे. उसमें आईडी मेरी रैंक पॉइंट थोड़ी ठीक आ गई थी तो मुझे फ्री वेवर वाला एक ऑप्शन मिला था. सो दैट वाज द थिंग एंड देन आई टुक एडमिशन इन वन ऑफ द प्राइवेट कॉलेज इन ग्रेटर नोएडा. ग्रेटर नोएडा से याद आया, व्हाट इज दिस ट्रेंड ऑन इंटरनेट गोइंग ऑन राइट नाउ? सोगा, साउथ गाजियाबाद, like that's so funny. What is even soga? So then I did biotech. I became and in college actually I became good at studies. Like in second year I became very good at studies because then I also gave GATE, and GATE maybe I got good rank. So then I thought that let me just like go to research and all and maybe go to Germany. There was one university in Germany. It was called Technical University of Munich, I guess. So I was preparing for that, and there's one scholarship test for that. If you There's a scholarship test called DART, which is a very popular test. So I was preparing for that, but then that time also did not happen. And then eventually somehow I took some break, and then I wanted to become Femina Miss India. So after my college, I took 6 months break to become a model. And along with that, कुछ ऐसा था कि my college ended in June, July, and winter or fall session के admissions happen in December, right? So I anyways had 6 month gap, and then January में Femina Miss India होता है. So I thought, okay, let me do one thing. Anyways, admissions are in December end, fall में ही मैं सोच रही थी admission लेने का. And then there was this Femina also around that season only. So I thought, okay, let me just take 6 months break and then focus on both things. And then let's see. So that, meanwhile, I also got one work from home opportunity from a very stupid company. It was not even a company. It's like a proper, like, I didn't know that this thing also exists. So what they used to do is like they used to write research papers and papers basically for PhD students and students who are doing masters. Then I was like, what, dude, is this even legal? Like, how are like people writing their research papers and what do you say, and thesis in PhD, that too, and by a company? Like, you're paying a company to write a PhD for you. Like, that's like next level of illegal work you guys are doing. But so that was some work from home internship which I had, and that used to pay me some 18,000 per month. But that did not last for much time because I think in 6 months only. So for me it was like मैं anyways छोड़ दूंगी, but मेरा ये था कि I still wanted like 1 or 2 months so that I can invest that thing into my modeling, because modeling is expensive. If you know, you know, you need a lot of investment in modeling. So my Femina Miss India was in January, and this reached my, by the way, long story short, I dropped my plan of going for it for a research MTech or that kind of degree. I dropped my plan for that because I understood कि India में biotech का कोई future नहीं है. And if you want to earn well, you should not and you cannot take biotech as a degree especially in India. अगर आप इंडिया के बाहर जाके करना चाहते हो तो there's no problem there. It is a high paying job, but in India it is not there. So for me, over that period of time, I think it was very much confirmed and decided that I don't want to go outside India. I want to stay in India. So then I was like, okay, let me change my field. And then I thought, okay, I'll think on that line. But abhi short term mein I have Femina Miss India, so let me focus on that and uske baad dekhti hu kya karna hai. So then Femina Miss India also happened good. It was very surprisingly that I also got selected in the UP Top 30 Femina Miss India, and that was just and that entirely changed the trajectory of my life. Matlab, I definitely did not won the proper final Miss India, but once you enter the modeling pageants, modeling and pageants and all, you just feel so good about yourself, and you are just on different vibration level. Like that just do something to you, and you're like so much more confident. You're so much more like, I don't know, something happens to you when you are when you're competing in a pageant. Doesn't matter you win or lose, but kuch to magical hai pageants mein. It just enhances your communication skills, it enhances how you look, it tells you what you should groom like, and what it just like flips your personality 360 degree. So I think that was my major personality right now is like a lot of it came from pageants only, watching other hot girls and watching how everyone is just coming up like their best version. So I think pageants really, really, really changed my personality. And up till now, in every field, like right now I work in IT, but I cannot thank enough my pageant. And it won't be wrong of me saying that everything that I'm achieving will achieve, and I have achieved till now. A major part of it came from. So I got to know about data science, and I got to know that I can do data science as a biotech student. So it's not mandatory that only CS students will be able to do. So then I jumped and changed, and then I took another 6 month break to prepare for data science. I joined one of the paid courses from some organization which teaches you data science from zero. So that was also helpful. And then luckily, by God's grace, I got AI engineer role in IBM. So that also has a very nice story. Maybe sometime I'll tell you. I wasn't aware of what IBM is. I wasn't aware that IBM is a very big MNC multinational company. That's stupid. If you hear from me, I would say I'm so stupid, but it is what it is. So I wasn't aware of IBM. I thought there's some prank call, and it's probably a fake call. But then IBM interview happened, everything happened. So then I became AI engineer at IBM, and then after that there was and along with IBM I also started along with IBM then I started taking modeling also as my hobby on weekends, because now I was earning well, like good. So I could invest in myself in modeling. So that also a little bit I started modeling along with IBM. So that was also a nice I've also then I did a couple of good modeling gigs along with IBM, and then yeah, and then after that some kind of, okay, I'm just speaking. I'm not doing my makeup. It's just so hard. It's like either I can speak or I can do makeup. Like I don't know if I can do both. I can do both when I'm standing in front of mirror, but in front of camera, like either I can speak or I can do makeup. It was not going to be recorded, but someone has called me. Oh, okay, so fine. I'll just tell you like this. So yeah, up till now I have told you about that how I changed my career to data scientist. How so it's very strange, like from someone who wanted to become a doctor, then they became a biotech student, then they wanted to go to research and PhD, and now they are working in a tech industry. So it's fine, but I would say that just go with the flow, because you never know. Life is never meant to be never meant to walk on same path which everyone is walking through. You might have a different path, and it's okay. And by the way, so this was a very brief introduction of about my professional background. And I also let me tell you also about my modeling career. So in modeling also, like I got signed with one of the most renowned agencies called Toa, if you know. So and I also got a contract for a good agency in Vietnam for 3 months. But then the thing was that if I take the Vietnam contract for 3 months, I had to go to Vietnam for 3 months, and then I had to stay there and do the thing. But I also had this AI job, my IBM job. So it was a very risky trade-off. It's like I cannot leave the job which is helping me sustain my lifestyle and take risk of becoming a model, which is very unsure that I don't know if that will even for sure this will give me happiness. Like the modeling job will give me happiness, but the thing is, I still wasn't sure whether the risk and the trade-off was a good idea. So I did not take the modeling job, and I continued with my IT job. Sometimes I do get flashback that I should have done that, and maybe a lot of my model friends and like people, they tell me that, oh, you should have taken the risk. I mean, I know that there is no gain until you take any risk, but I feel it is stupid of you if you take dumb, uncalculated risks. I mean, there are risks and then there are calculated risks. You should take calculated risks, and definitely you should not risk something that is sustained, that is helping you sustain a lifestyle. So I did not take that decision. I mean, okay, to be honest, it's definitely sometimes things that I should have done that, but fine, no regrets, right? So it is what it is, and I feel universe always guides you in the right direction. If something did not happen, it's fine. So yeah, so that was one thing. I did not, and I would suggest this to everyone also, because I feel if you are in a similar situation where you had to choose between modeling and a job, I would say do not choose modeling over job until like